Good day, lords and ladies, and welcome back to the Black Book. Now, we did miss... that is a nice thing to have to all enemies. We did miss out a shop option, unfortunately. Not a lot we can do about that. It's not great, but it is just how it is. And firm 1. Problem is that's 9. This is the thing, that's well versed, which will increase it, so we get more on that round, but this is firm 1, which means that it will last 2 rounds doing 18. Okay, let's drop one of those. I don't actually have one to pick up, I thought I did. That's a shame. Now I have to go back and find where I sent this silly card. There we go. No, we actually have it in there, that's where it is. Okay, so let's be heading on our way. Path ahead.
It's hard to walk and even breathe amidst the thick strands of cobwebs. You have to push away one white shroud after another, and soon your hair and dress are covered with dust and small spiders. It's good to have the skull lantern, because the darkness is too deep, even for your sharp eyes.
Before you go any ahead, I just remembered to say, a piece of DLC has, well, DLC/update has dropped for this game, called Endless Battle. For those of you who have played games like Assault the Spire, or more traditional roguelike card deck builders, it is in that very much that style. So you basically, if you've played like Assault the Spire, it is very much like that. So you have basically a map that you go through, branching paths and all that kind of thing. That's very much how it is. I suggest if you want to have a more roguelike style of card battle for the Black Book, you go and check out that mode. It looks very interesting. I might have to do an investigation of it when this campaign ends. Here we go.
You try to make out something on the ceiling, but it's covered in cobwebs.
Looks like a giant spider. Dusty corner. Loom. Oh, Loom.
A white cocoon pulsates in the middle of the cave hall. You hear a rustle of spiders running away from the cold light. You touch the web and tear it down like a shroud. There is a working loom beneath it. An exhausted chort is working on the contraption. His black hide is tied with belts of the spinner, and spiders swarm all about him, sucking the last bits of strength from the spirit. You tear away the belts, and the chort flies up, incredulous that he has been released. Before disappearing into black smoke, your gazes cross, and you see something strange. Is it a hint of gratitude? There are some mushrooms beneath the bench. You take them with you. The loom is covered with sorceress signs that are designed to keep this chort working for all eternity.
Weaving requires you yarn made from animal hide. Weaving has been around since prehistoric times, so it is unsurprising for it to be reflected in mythology. The Pasha and Mori Ray, often translated as the Fates. It basically says the Fates from Greek mythology are goddesses of life and destiny in ancient Roman and Greek traditions. One spins a thread that symbolizes life, while the second one winds it onto a spindle, thus shaping someone's destiny. A third then cuts the thread, thus ending a person's life. So basically, the three sisters. Rightio. Strings of life. Likening the man's destiny to the strings echoes into the distance of children, divinations by string to find out who would marry first more often than not came true. Girls would weave a string and subject it to a test. All the strings were collected and set ablaze. The girls whose strings burnt to the end, the fastest would be the one to marry first. It took great skill to make a thin string, and the girls who were able to do this were called thin spinners. The ability to spin thin was one of the qualities that raised a girl's status in the premarital hierarchy. A string made by a bride was burned or torn during the wedding ceremony, a symbol of the end of a previous life and the beginning of a new one. Rightio. Good to know. Right, Dusty Corner.
Swarms of small spiders flee before you. You reach a pale grotto, wrapped in the pale threads of cobwebs, and find 3 cocoons there. To your horror, they have unmistakably human forms. You take a step back when a rush of spiders escapes the otherwise empty cocoon. Inside, you find the emaciated mummy of a short peasant. A gold ring glimmers on his finger. The light dims momentarily when you remove the ring from the corpse. Inside is the blackened corpse of a child beyond recognition. Only the whites of his deadly eyes stare at you, unblinking. You reel back from the corpse, dazzled by the stench of decay.
Well, if that wasn't enough for us to kill the spinner, then we didn't have enough reasons to kill the spinner. Now we do.
The narrowing path is blocked by thick cobwebs. White, slimy threads are still fresh, oozing with the pale juices of their creator. You try to find a gap in this unexpected obstacle, but, alas, the cave is well blocked.
Burnflower.
You use the sorceress power of the fern, and the cobwebs fall down, forming harmless pools of slime.
Okay. Burnt threads.
There's not much cobweb here in this little cave nook. Instead, there are bizarre, multicolored threads hanging in clusters from the ceiling, forming strange passages and patterns. Some threads are burned, and the floor is strewn with old ash.
Threads that seemed chaotic at first glance seem to form an intricate pattern.
Why would a spinner need so many different threads?
Divination.
This is a divination for sure. Complicated one at that. I would guess she has learned many things with these threads. Which thread burns faster? That is what will come true. The spinner has her own system here. What complicated sorcery.
There's not much cobweb here in this little cave nook. Instead, there are
Okie dokie. Narrow walkway. You can sense that the book is close.
You notice the chorts hanging in clusters from the cobwebs in the dark corners of this cavern passage. At first, you think that these are other victims of the monstrous spiders, but soon you realize that these chorts are not only alive, but are also playing a game of cards, and haven't noticed your arrival.
Do I have my book? That's the question. Yeah, I have my book and all my items. Immune to waste, curse poisons. Yeah, let's go for it. Let's fight, we could use the experience. This guy. We got one turn to beat him, 64 health. Okay. So we need to get curse on people. These two are tricks. You need that to boost everything up as high as you can go. There you go. Gesture to current maximum number of pages. That's always very nice. That's already in the book. So we'll basically grab this one. Old spinner. What's over there? I can't see it clearly. Is that a stove?
You come across a small cave hall furnished in a similar manner to that of an ordinary room in an isba. Here you find a hearth and a table, a red corner, and even a spinning wheel with yarn. Only the log walls are absent, with a rocky cave wall in their place. These stones are all heavily chalked with some strange, magical symbols. An old spinning wheel is skillfully decorated with a diamond pattern. You touch the yarn and a flock of small spiders scatters away. The rustling of their small legs resembles mocking laughter.
Spinning wheel and spindle. The spinning wheel is also magical. They were made out of a single tree, usually spruce, and included the roots of the tree. The seat was made out of the roots, and the stand and the wheel itself were made out of the trunk. One wouldn't start spinning without reading a prayer first, or leave the spinning wheel at night without crossing it. The spindle was also believed to possess magical forces. The most well-known caused you to sleep if you pricked your finger with it. A spinning wheel was used by the supreme deity to make the veil of reality itself. Church and peasants used the spinning wheel to make patterns filled with mystical meanings. The towels that they made depicted dawn on one side and sunset on the other. It is not a coincidence that towels were placed under the coffin of the deceased when his body was carried out of the house. 2 towels sewn together were used as a tablecloth. It also played an important role in rites and rituals.
Strange letters and geometric patterns pulsate with a sorceress glow invisible to ordinary mortals. You are unfamiliar with both the inscriptions and the drawings. It seems that the spinner borrowed some knowledge of foreign witchcraft from her apprentice. It is strange to see peasant utensils so deep underground. It seems like this is all the furniture that's missing from the spinner's isba on the surface.
Here we go. Time to get to our black book. Well, we knew she was going to be some kind of giant spider. It's not a surprise. Oh. Have to be careful with this. Okay. And these controls aren't great. Okay, so we're going to have to run the moment he comes back. Here we go. Man, this is going to be fun. So we need to basically run to there, as it were. We haven't got much time to do it in either, so we had to time it right. So when it comes all the way back around, we go. Okay. Here we go.
Oh. Vasilisa. You know I'm glad to see you. I've been waiting for you. I knew that he wouldn't be able to hold you. I'm surprised my guards were of no interest to you. But you took the book with such skill.
This is my book. You thought you'd get away with it?
What are you talking about, girl? I wanted to give it back to you. Only such a powerful sorcerer as yourself can harness its might. We'll need a dead sorcerer for the dead seal. That's what it says, right? My sight is not as good as it used to be, child.
I'm not a child. There are 2 Khaldun's here. I think the book will be satisfied with you.
What a smart girl. But I won't do. I gave all my chores to Alexander, unlike some other Khalduns. I am not much of a witch these days. But then again, we have to get to the crossroads for the ritual, right? Oh, my memory's not so good, you know.
That's none of your business.
Well, I know what is needed. Fine. We'll go together to the crossroads, and I will help you. We'll do everything together, girl.
No, I think we're not going to accept that.
Stop spinning your yarn. I know that you only want to get the hold of the wish.
Why? Oh, why would I need it, Vasilisa, darling? The fact is that we want the same thing.
So you want to free my beloved from hell?
Of course I do. I want to help you. Not that Alexander, that liar, he only spins his wishes for himself. That damn chartocrat. Everything is in fact very simple. We should get rid of all the demons. And then, when there are no demons left, who is to keep your boy in hell?
You believe that the book can kill all the demons? I don't know about that. Why would that chart help me then?
Well, yeah, the legend says so, doesn't it? Just imagine, no Khalduns, no devil. We'll live as if in heaven itself. Well, let's join forces.
I really don't trust her.
Nice story, but I'm not buying it. Why should I believe the one who imprisoned me and locked me up? You would have helped me in the beginning as my grandpa if you really wanted to.
Your grandpa? You think that he's helping you? He never loved you. He doesn't care about you a bit, as I don't care about Alexander.
Lies!
Don't believe me? And why do we take apprentices? You know it yourself, so that the charts will let us pass away. He needed you solely for that reason. And I know that well. I need that damn nobleman for the exact same reason. Well, let's be frank with each other. We women have to stick together. I'll help you open the seal as a friend.
You're worse than the Chorts. It would suit me better be friends with Satan himself.
Damn wench. Your man doesn't need such a fool anyway. You think I can't handle you? Don't you see what demon I have in my service? This is the Permian Chirang himself.
According to Komi-Permian mythology, Chirang, the spider in the Komi-Permian language, is responsible for transferring the souls of the dead to the underworld.
He will guide you to the afterlife.
Nanny, I don't believe it. I've heard everything. You were just using me?
You're here as well. You should have stayed with your toys in your mansion. Now it's your turn, Vasilisa.
I'm not afraid of you, nor of your spider chort.
Okay. Okay, so we need to basically... Yeah, so we need to basically knock out these limbs to bring its body down. Okay. So... what are we going to use first? Man, we haven't got a lot going on. Okay. Get him out. And we'll go... start weakening things. Don't have anything that's great. What do you want to have playing straight off the bat? Eternal Blood, probably. And then we'll go... that should be fine. Yeah. Okay. So that's coming out with more waste alignment. That's going to attack us. Okay. That's fine. We're not relying on attack damage. That's okay. Not for a lot of things. I have things in the deck that will remove penalties. So let's get going. Salary, we need to get waste up on that one. That nullifier is annoying. Do we have anything that we can use now to remove status effect? But we had immunity to curse. Oh, it's weakness, that's what it is. Because we go to our items. We should have, yeah, like... immunity to curse, yeah. So we shouldn't have to use that. Get that leg. Here we go. Took a hit. That's fine. We can cover from that without much issue. Ooh, that's actually pretty bad. We'll heal up for a start. Get that in the leg. There we go. Okay. So we're down to the boss on the top. It was all positive status effects, that's fine. Well, I'm out of curse stuff, unfortunately. weakness isn't really going to do anything against her. Double curse. Heal up. Actually, because there's nothing we can do to give her curse now, because that's the case, it would be very powerful to do something. Curse the enemy. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. And we'll go double the curse. Yeah, there we go. What does mouth sewn do? Uses armor, okay. So he's coming out swinging, that's fine. Get that out. Got nothing that gives more waste or curse, do I? Give her that. So we can play that. Then we can go weakness. That. So she's standing back up. Away and once. That's got to be a noise, and I'm immune to poison, so it's not much of a problem. But we need to get rid of the legs. And what else do we want? Yeah, just heal up. Took some damage. That's fine. So that needs to go down. That's going to be annoying if that goes off. So we need to go waste immunity straight on that. Punch that. We pop a herb, which we have some floating about. Anything else? Nah, that should be enough.
Vasilisa, hold your zagglers. I'm sure we can come to an agreement.
And give you the chance to put a knife in my back? Never.
Okay. Curse for status effects. Decrease value of all applied effects by 20. Yeah, we need to get rid of that. go. Just take a good chunk of waste from there. Okay. First off, remove negative status effect. Get him going. Hit her with that. If that doesn't work, we'll put some more stuff down just to buff everything up. There we go.
Vasilisa.
Are you alive there? Well, you're quite resilient, you know that?
Yes, a miracle, I know. I can help you with... I'm not lying, I swear.
I can call Alexander to come for the last rite of the seals. Who knows how he might be of use to the seal of the dead sorceress.
Say goodbye now. Okay, we'll invite
If you
him.
want to be of use, come to Mihail's crossroads.
All right, just let me pull myself together.
You find your acquaintances free of the spinner's witchcraft when you escape the dungeon. They are still dazed a bit, but you feel that this sorcery will soon subside. You find a belt spun from cobwebs nearby. Without the witch's curse, it will make a fine amulet.
I've dealt with this spinner at last.
How Aunt Martha died. I remember something else. But I was but a young lad on summer holiday, threw my school bag onto a sofa and dragged my cat by its tail. When my friend Colleen came by and said, "Let's go next door, Aunt Martha, the witch is dying." So we ran over and saw the old lady suffering, moaning and thrashing on her bed. Sour cream and milk gushing from her mouth. That's how much she's stolen her lifetime. Won't die, that one, until she gives back every last drop. That's how things were. Sometimes housewives would go to the cow shed and the cows didn't have any milk. Martha had milked them all dry. Men, meanwhile, had dismounted the ceiling and opened the chimney for it so to ascend. A golden soul, you see, is heavy, weighed down by sin, so it's hard for it to rise up. Aunt Martha died as soon as she had finished giving back the milk. Okay.
And now to find old Igor. She was lying, right?
I don't see your destiny. No, your fate is in the fog, as if Warsa himself is there to shroud it.
Very well. Now back home, to Vilgard.
Grandpa, are you here? Grandpa!
There's no one.
Darkness, fog, dark, dark.
Wait, there's something inside the stove. This bottle. Kupala's ointment.
Though special rites and scrupulous preparations, cold winds make it from Kupala herbs. It grants the ability to fly.
Why would Grandpa need it?
Wants to fly like I do.
I wish we could have made it earlier. Almost empty. This much won't increase my powers, but I'll be able to fly.
And you should stay home.
I'll find him quickly with this. I just need a moment to catch my breath.
Okay.
I can fly with you. We'll find the old man.
Don't bother. I'll be back shortly. The last thing I need is to have to look for you in the rain.
Grrr! Don't forget, I'm not your average crow. All right, Vasilisa, as you see fit.
I don't know, Vasia. Is it such a good idea to go alone?
It'll be quicker this way. We'll be back soon, me and Grandpa.
I feel a bit uneasy. Perhaps it's my sorcery finally waking up.
It's just the gloomy weather, with this rain and all. Don't let it get to your head.
Right. Send that one there. those two are still in active duty. Just fine. Each round, yeah, that's if we have regeneration working for us, which is a nice thing to have, I must admit. No visitors. Okay, I'm going to put a cut in here, folks. This seems like to be the natural place to do it. And I shall see you all again next time. This has been The Black Book, and I shall see you all again next time. Please like and subscribe.